So, all I know of this is that when it was first coming out, I really, really wanted to play it. And then I was really pissed off at how bad the reviews were.
Have you played it yet?
I've played like 10 whole minutes.
Oh.
I've done the first tutorial. That's like
because it's free right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I never bought it because the reviews were so bad, and they're still really bad.
Oh.
It seems generally...
Did you hate your 10 minutes with it?
No. I actually really wanted to play it this weekend, and
well, here's your chance. Let's go.
Yeah, let's
go
do it.
Do you want to do the tutorial or just new game?
No, let's new game.
Is this the one that has commoner joining?
Probably.
My commoner joining folder features a Mars game, but there's like 10 Mars games, and I don't know which one it is.
Probably has it. So
120% difficulty challenge.
Yeah. So this game does the They Are Billions thing, where you're trying to get the highest score that you've ever had, and based on your initial stuff.
What's stopping you from surviving on Mars? Is it just like Mars?
Yeah.
Or are there zombie invasions?
So you start...
Because there is a Mars game that has waves of attacking zombies, and I don't know if this is it.
No.
Is it not it?
No.
Okay.
No.
There's a lot of Mars games.
You are fighting Mars because you're gonna have like dust clogging up your solar panels, and you're gonna have things coming offline, and
that one tornado that picks up the dude and spins him so fast all his limbs fall off.
Yeah.
Remember that movie?
Yeah.
That was a weird choice.
And every time you play, you've got a different mystery thing that occurs.
Ooh.
Something that's weird about Mars, or something that happens. So we got to pick our mission sponsor, the International Mars Mission. This is, of course, you know, difficulty levels.
The Blue Sun Corporation. The Church of the New Ark. What in the world?
You get 0 research per solar year.
Hate science.
Solar day.
They hate the science that took us to space.
All colonists have the religious trait. Birth rate is doubled. Hydroponic farms performance reduced by 50.
Many disposable people.
Yeah. Russia.
Space Y, not to be confused with obvious copyright company.
Yep. Drone hubs start with additional drones. 50% cheaper advanced resources. Europe. Just Europe.
Just all of Europe combined. Not
Europe did it.
Not to be confused with the EU.
Yeah.
Just Europe itself.
Just Europe.
Collectively.
Period. USA! USA!
But not NASA.
But not NASA. Or the International Mars Mission. Colonists never get Earth sick. You can
I think Europe's already international.
That's true.
It's pretty international.
That is
all of
actually
Europe.
True.
Which one do you want to do?
Let's
recommended for first-time players.
Assume that I'm gonna do terrible.
Oh, you can watch
at this.
the difficulty rating going up and down. You should click on something. Yeah. Do you think you're gonna die within the span of an episode?
I don't. Well, maybe.
See what happens, I guess.
So, city mayor,
oligarch to rocket scientist. That's an interesting range.
Yeah, futurist, breakthrough techs, or research faster. So there's a lot of ways to change the way the game plays. And to definitely change the way you start. Drones are gradually optimized to work and construct faster until Sol 100.
Hydro engineer.
2 billion additional starting funds. Buildings require upkeep less often. Bonus tech.
It's one of those things where you need to play the game already to know what half the stuff's worth.
I'm gonna be the inventor.
Because like all that stuff's like, what? How much is 200 million, 2,000 million worth? I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's find out. Was one of those just an alien?
Yeah.
Mars U. Oh, it's the logo. Okay.
Yeah. Space communism.
Space communism.
All right.
Communism.
These don't change the difficulty at all. Okay.
Space.
Oh.
Difficulty challenge?
The
mystery. I feel like it should just be a random, like who knows what happens, it'll be a surprise.
No mystery. Random.
No. What are you, lame?
Game rules. No, not changing any of that. Next. Prefab buildings.
What does that sound?
That's the garage.
Oh. Sound like a sad whale downstairs.
So we have a bunch of funding. I know that... No, I don't. Prefab. We need one of these. How do I add one of these?
You don't?
Okay.
I think you just don't.
cooperation #1.
Oh, I thought you misread corporation at first, but no, it's actually called a co-op.
Falling damage.
Yeah, I got a theme today. It's a fun name to give something.
Yeah. You can.
I took no
reduce-
falling damage during that session.
Okay, so
I
if you
took a lot of punching damage.
if you reduce things, you can get the money required. Fuel refineries cost 200 million. Okay, so now, oh, it's not even that. It's the cargo capacity.
How much you can carry. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're going to space.
Because we're going to space.
Which is why it's also expensive to take with you as opposed to building it there if you can.
So can I reduce that? So the one thing I know is I definitely need a fuel refinery.
Because you were at 0 capacity, so you had to remove something to add that.
Yeah. But this definitely seems to be still not letting me.
What's the weight of the refinery?
Oh, it's probably 5,000.
Just highlighted it. It says the weight on the
Does
tip. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, 5,000.
5,000. So we have to figure out a way to drop a lot more. Or just
generic stuff like machine parts, polymers. Weight is 2K. Is that 2K per one?
We're gonna add the machine parts because we can build a fuel refinery with that. That's the only thing I know.
Cool.
Okay.
Select the colony site.
So yeah, you can.
You get to pick a place to land.
Yeah, and you watch the difficulty change.
It's a really articulate difficulty rating in this game, isn't it? That's neat. I saw it go over 200%, so that's terrifying.
Yeah, it can go really high.
Yeah, that must be a high wind speed area or something. I imagine the game's easier if you built on the poles, right?
I don't know.
Isn't there ice on the poles or something?
135. Yeah, let's go here. Let's go here.
Isn't there supposed to be like subsurface ice on the poles of Mars or something?
Something like that?
I don't know. Every time I hear about Mars, that everything's changed again because it's so hard to learn about it that it's massive every single time.
Yep.
Discovery's dead, I think. I think that happened finally.
Welcome to Mars, Commander.
That one rover that lasted like 100 years.
Yeah.
Not 100 years, but it lasted
a lot longer than expected. Yeah.
And finally died this last few months.
Daunting endeavor will allow the brave pioneers. All right, so we're actually hitting the first rocket onto the surface without people on it. So
we're a remote mission to Mars with drones.
Yeah, we are.
People?
We're initially building the infrastructure.
But then people will come.
Yeah.
It's like it's like Mass Effect Andromeda, but it makes sense.
And then when the people get there, you're still controlling it, except now you have to deal with people problems.
All
right.
That's what they should have done in Andromeda.
So
in Andromeda, they sent us like a Citadel like ahead of schedule, but it was full of people also. So I was like, why is it even layered then?
Expect to find concrete and metals. Concrete and metals. Let's explore this one.
Ooh.
No concrete.
This is making me think of Off-World Trading Company a little bit. Have you ever played that yet?
I have not.
It's a neat game. If you're into this kind of thing, you might like that kind of thing, but it is more about the markets than surviving. You pretty much just survive, except in capitalism.
I have no idea what's ideal for landing places, so we're just gonna bring this rocket in.
That's a giant mesa over there. Like, the scale's crazy. The rocket looks like a shark. Why does it look like that? What the fuck? Wait, that's intentional. It's like painted on.
Oh shit, an anomaly.
Oh, maybe that's not intentional. I'm looking at the negative space. The black is
scan.
Oh, I think that's an unintentional like doofy shark face on there. Are you scanning for the anomaly?
I'm just scanning, so we can.
Did the game give you an indication that there is an anomaly, but not what it is?
Yeah, it says right here is an anomaly.
Oh no, that's right there.
Yeah, this seems like maybe a bad idea, but see, send an RC Explorer.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
It's just a drone.
Yeah,
drones can't feel fear.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No one will miss him.
So I'm pretty sure we're gonna want power, and they gave us some Stirling generators. Maybe whatever we're powering. So I think we have to harvest concrete. What are you gonna do?
I can't get over how much it looks like a shark. It has a little eyeball sticking out, and like the dark side's on top and the light side's on the bottom, and the light side on the bottom has a mouth on it.
Yeah.
Like I get that it's upside down for the rocket. That the thing I think is the mouth is the window on the rocket, but I've never seen it from such a specific angle. And so it looks like weirdly bullet shaped and thick for a rocket, isn't it?
I guess.
Whenever I see like the
it's called falling damage.
Really concerning thing to call your landing rocket.
Okay, so let's.
Whenever I see the generic space rocket one, that from NASA or whatever, I always feel like it's a very different shape than that overall. Like this one's like fat. What are you building?
A concrete extractor. This is a concrete deposit.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure we
actually concrete, huh?
Yeah.
Just pre-made concrete already made on Mars.
These drones are gonna come get metals to go build that.
I like the visual of the little drones going across the dust and leaving a dust trail and everything. That's neato. It looks less good up front. The trail looks less good up front, at least. I thought they were moving faster, and it was just way bigger of an area.
So we can,
because from a distance, I thought they were kicking up a dust trail, not leaving tracks. It's like, oh, look at them go.
So I think there's facilities for controlling your drones. I think we're gonna want one of those. And there's like places to store the things you've harvested. Storages. Universal storage. Sure. And what about dumping site? So like the output crap from this. What else?
Is it dumping site for garbage or for
there's
supplies?
there's like waste from this concrete thing. Building will be constructed by drones.
Like we want the concrete, but not all the concrete.
And that's like, as far as I know, a metals depot.
All right, then we're all set.
Yeah.
What are you spending to build these things most of the time?
These guys are harvesting metals for me.
Ah, and you're putting down plans for them to eventually put that stuff down when they get it?
Concrete depot.
Ah.
Some place for the concrete to go. I'm just gonna crank this up a little bit, because we don't have time for that.
See what happens when everything goes to shit.
No man has gone before. What'd the anomaly tell us?
Get up close and personal with Mars, and you'll find it's anything but found.
Found another treasure in the form of small deposit of germanium-rich mineral. Neat. That's kind of cool. Is that what this was? Yeah.
Germanium.
Germanium.
Couldn't figure out who they named that after.
What else do we need? Oh, we actually need the power.
I feel like wind turbines have to be pretty effective on Mars. Seems like a pretty windy planet.
And so what I want is to how do I make power poles, power cables?
You got a lot done in one day. Apparently drones are way better at working than people.
Yeah. They just keep going.
Set up an entire base in less than 24 hours.
I have to research a tech.
When I read Sol 1, I assume that's one day and not year one.
I'm pretty sure it's based on Earth days. That's why it's Sol 1.
Because it's one solar year or one day.
Yeah.
That's the issue, is it's just referring to the sun. So I don't know if it means a day or a year.
Outsourced. You can outsource your science.
Yeah.
That's great.
You gotta do that if you're the religious people that don't generate science, apparently.
Can I...
You gotta rely on somebody else to figure out all the stuff.
It's like bot chargers, right? Yeah. Let's place that.
Unleash our fleet of god bots.
Gorsh. Alright, now we got
look
that
at the
thing.
Lights in the dark.
They're working. They're doing their thing. And so, I think ultimately...
There's supposed to be sand dunes everywhere? What are you looking at?
I don't know. You said sand dunes?
No, I just mean like the, if you look at the flashlights on all the little drones, you can see the amount of distance they cover is all over the place, because that must be constant sand dunes.
Yeah.
Gives you a little depth of the surrounding.
It's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, the whole floor looks like aluminum foil.
Close. Do I get points for exploring?
Think about
things?
how tall those cliffs are that you see on the map when you zoom all the way out.
Oh yeah,
Like those have to be absolutely massive.
those are massive.
That's like, that's just an inaccessible chunk of your map.
And you could have landed up there.
Yeah, and then just been trapped. Are you confined to your grid for the rest of the game?
To this?
Yeah.
I think so. I think this is your limited scope for the whole game. And this is what we're scanning.
It is a lot of map though, considering how densely we're using this one grid right now. That's probably a bigger map than SimCity.
Probably, yeah.
Such a depressing game.
Moisture evaporator, water extractor.
We were talking before about Animal Crossing New Leaf and other things where like there's the hype wave where everyone's into it and then you kind of feel pressured into trying it out because you see everyone doing it. That was a wave that shot through like a series of 10 people I knew with SimCity because it looks and feels so fun at first. And then everyone kept getting on because they kept seeing how fun it looked, and then all at once, like cascading over the course of a week, everyone slowly realized how the simulation just breaks down and like how the game doesn't make sense and stops working and it's just a weird nightmare. That was a weird feeling.
Yeah. Oh, I really can't make a fuel refinery.
Well, you have 90% atom.
What does that mean?
Research.
So it's 90% complete?
I assume so.
I hope so.
I guess you have 300 research points, but 92% percentiles of research. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not just making things up or anything.
No. Tunnels?
That is
salvage.
a dense top bar, by the way. It looks like you're playing WoW without this bar.
I have my little additional data bars up here. Polymers, machine parts, fuel.
Here's my frame rate, my latency, my local time.
I might have screwed up.
You mess up?
I don't know, man.
You in trouble here?
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
What have you done?
Moisture evaporator. So I can make that. Moxie produces oxygen. Pipe
I like that Mars base over there. She's got a lot of moxie.
So I'm looking like things that have the workers icon. I really can't do anything with
because you don't have any workers.
Yeah.
Do they specifically need people?
Resupply. Oh.
Do they need human people?
I can request additional rockets.
Like the one you came in with?
Yeah. Select a cargo rocket and load the desired payload up. Plan carefully. You have a limited number of rockets and travel times are significant. A cargo rocket.
Right, you gotta wait for it to come here all the way from Earth.
Yeah.
So wouldn't that be years?
Yeah.
Shit.
I need a fuel refinery and a machine parts factory.
I feel like that might have long after you're expecting to have it ready.
True. So like maybe the thing to do is to request it immediately. Oh, that's still inside of a dome though. Moisture evaporator. Okay, let's...
Are there a bunch of stuff you can only build if you have a dome?
Yeah, there's things that require people space.
People space?
Yeah. Oh, this is hard, man.
You're fine. Nothing's even going wrong yet. Right?
Sensor towers.
I say on day 2.
Day 2, everything starts falling apart then.
We're already on day 2.
Oh no.
We're at the end of day 2.
Oh no.
They have literally minutes for everything to collapse now. The end is nigh.
Nah. So, things that I need. Whoa. This is the research tree.
Oh, now I have concept of where we are. It was just a freaking screen of question marks. So this is a super linear progression.
Yeah.
Each particular thing is just a straight line.
But if what I read is correct, this does, you can change it up to like randomize the tech trees.
Yeah.
And change it every time. It sounds like there's a lot of stuff going on. I need a cargo rocket.
What were the negative reviews for again that you were talking about?
Seems like the big complaints are that it doesn't really offer enough variety, and that when you're like, from our perspective, we're looking at this and it's like, yeah, it's got all these different systems and all these different things going on, but they're really shallow. So if you turn your head and squint, you can see right through them, and it's all just like linear. You're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this. Ta-da! It either went well or it went wrong, and you spend so much time in maintenance. Oh, we finished scanning something.
A lot of the drones aren't doing anything. They're just kind of camping.
It's because I don't know what I'm doing. I should build more things.
Is this Castle Story all over again?
No, Castle Story
was a special kind.
Too far from domes. Oh, that's a dome thing? It is.
I know it's based on a common ancestor thing and everything, but just looking at all these little domey circular buildings, you're building on a hex grid that highlights the hex grid when you're building and everything. This looks so much like a off-world trading company to me when you're playing it.
Does it?
Yeah. The only thing missing is that there's not a sidebar filling up a third of the screen on the left that shows the entire economy, because that's very prominently how the game works. Because this game is more simulatory, and that game is more tabletop-y in its design philosophy. Except the calculations happening behind the scenes of the economy were way too crazy for a tabletop game. But fundamentally, that game plays like one in the decisions you make.
You've recommended it to me multiple times.
Yeah.
And
it probably has a whole campaign for you to play through and enjoy, but I've never played it at all. I've only played it competitively. Oh, because you can play it in versus matches with like up to 8 people. And there it's a bit more like Suburbia, where it's like playing chicken with all these different goals and markets and stuff, and figuring out what to specialize in. And the more people specialize in the same thing, the more trouble they get into, because it just tanks that particular market. So you're trying to outmaneuver each other. And in that game, you literally buy each other's stocks out to consume their companies.
Right. So how long is a game of off-world trading company?
20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
It's brief.
Very quick.
Yeah. And yeah, it starts with like up to 8 people and bots or whatever competing, but then by the end it's like it's 2 mega corporations battling it out because they've bought out the assets of everyone else, like everything else, and they just own all of their assets now and all their buildings. And it's like a lot of good things, like Carcassonne and the more you get into it, the more you start adding like the expansion-y or additional features that complicate it more. Like, oh, we have the basic economic stuff down, and the how to buy and sell stocks and how that affects the values of individual things and whatnot. Now let's add like saboteurs and spies and like all these other elements that you can hack the market and stuff like that. Or adding research so you can get off-world rockets and things like that. It's good. It's good for a little while, but it's also really niche and hard to find a group of people that are into it.
Yeah. Is that why you tried so hard to get me interested?
Yeah, I'm just recruiting you. Part of me does want to see what happens if you and Bird compete, because you're vaguely similar, and he's comically good at the game, like to a scary degree. To the point where you can put every individual player in a different difficulty level. Mm-hmm. We had games where people in that match were on the easiest difficulty mode, and he was on the hardest difficulty mode, and he still won. Which means it's a thing where mathematically the game's just gimping him on every level it can, and he's still winning
worked
somehow.
out for him.
And I'm like, I don't know how it's mathematically possible for you to win when you're handicapped that heavily.
I have drones that are still doing nothing.
Resources are low.
Domes are habitable megastructures. Their construction takes significant time and resources.
Doing co-commentary on these games is always really weird.
How much?
So I'm definitely like, yeah, I know what's happening.
I sort of have any idea what's going on whatsoever.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
so your concrete thing's really up and going now, right?
Yeah,
It's
concrete
got, like,
is
crazy
running,
events.
and now that I've finally built one of these, the drones are going off and harvesting the metals.
This
which I
game
probably
definitely
should have done
subscribes to
forever
the
ago.
philosophy of you can tell it's sci-fi because hexagons.
Because hexagons.
The entire menu is hexagons. The entire screen is hexagons when you place things. Some of the buildings are vaguely hexagonal.
Sector scanned.
I feel like I should build.
The cement gatherer is interesting. It's a weird little track that comes out. Have you looked at that?
What's that?
Look at the cement mixer thing or whatever. Like that. Look at the way it gathers is bizarre.
Like gradually digging down.
Yeah, like it shoots out this big thing and that harvests it. This is actually, yeah, it's kind of fitting to the what I read about in like in Artemis, the book from the guy that wrote Martian. It's like that whole book takes place on a moon base that's been around for long enough that people on that moon base were born there.
Okay.
And one of the big ways that they make their money is doing these huge mining operations with these automated things that go around like that. And a core part of the story is the protagonist being hired to sabotage them.
No cable connection.
That was a neat book.
I'm gonna build the dome.
I can't wait for when Steven Spielberg makes a movie that's boring out of it, like last time.
Is that his thing?
I didn't like The Martian. I did not like it as an adaptation.
Okay. Why would I want to build a different landing? Okay, whatever. That's fine.
Might you need it for when your rocket comes to deliver your stuff?
Yeah, but it's fine. I'm just not thinking about it too hard.
When that arrives years from now?
Yeah, when I order one ages from now, because I finally think maybe I have enough things going on. Recharge
cool
stations, tunnels. I think I have to draw power cables to the dome. And I have no idea what the connection points are, so we'll just
see what happens.
Hope.
You'll just correct it later.
Yeah.
You got the dome, so the dome was where people can be.
Yeah.
And not be dead.
So I got an oxygen tank. I got a water tank, so I need 2 different types of pipes, maybe?
Sector scanned. Anomaly found. Select a sector to scan.
One of the features I enjoyed from Artemis is that they had the main dome everyone lives in. Then they had like a train you can get on that takes you way across the moon for a bit to another completely different dome.
Okay.
Which specifically is like a U-shaped dome that has a big display window, and the whole point is just that it is that from that window you can see the original lunar landing and like the flag and everything there. Like that's just the location, and they've left it undisturbed as a museum piece. And that tourism is one of the things that actually fuels them making all their money to run the entire moon base in the first place.
I don't know
it's
if
a mixture,
these have
it's
to
a
come in
mixture
at different connection points.
It's like a mixture of the mining industry and the tourism.
What is this? A different anomaly. This is now just exploitable underground materials.
I like getting I like when something just goes all in depth about just really weird sci-fi concepts that just actually aren't sci-fi concepts, they're just actual science. You're like, oh, look at all that shit. Like they have an iron mining facility, and that the process it takes to mine the iron and process the iron ends up creating so much oxygen they don't have to create any other they don't have to create oxygen from any other way on the entire moon base, because their iron smelting creates the entire colony's oxygen supply. Like just weird shit like that is fun to discuss. This is awkward. You're sitting here filling out paperwork about what to bring on the rocket, but the rocket's clearly already in space.
It's already in space.
You're already screwed.
I don't know what to bring. I'm just gonna bring more stuff.
What a hilarious mishap.
It's gonna be good. This will work out somehow.
Number 1.
I'll just spend all of my money. Maybe can I put cargo on a passenger rocket? No.
That's a lot of botanists and whatnot. Did it say when that's going to arrive?
Funding. No. It doesn't tell me any of that. Sterling generators. I'm gonna just spend all of my money on power.
You don't need money.
Let's buy some more drones. I'm sure this is all
too big to fail, and then you won't have to worry about any of your money.
It's probably a terrible idea. Can I reduce that? Bring some electronics too. All right, here we go. Courage.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Why is there a giant hexagon around your base now? What did that?
I think that's my landing hex.
Huh.
Or
Like
were
that,
they?
like...
No, they were squares.
I don't know what that is.
Me either. What does this need? Concrete. Drones, build that.
Maybe it's the... Wait, did the hex show up when you clicked on your dome?
Change priority. Yeah, build that.
Did that giant hex show up when... Oh, that's your dome. Yeah, I don't know. It must be the range something has.
Oh, I don't have any concrete.
Really?
Yeah, they spent it all on the dome so far.
Oh, it's just not gathering fast enough besides that?
Yeah.
Shit.
Shit.
What are you gonna do about that?
Well, I mean, I guess I could build more concrete extractor. New text for research. But I feel like that's a lot of... Vista improves the comfort of all residences within the radius of a dome.
Aww.
Underground metals.
That's not within the radius of the dome at all.
No, it isn't. No.
So that would just make everyone happier if they could just see that.
If they could be there, because it
too
gives
bad.
them a
Instead they're
view.
going to see a bunch of a bunch of tubes.
Yeah, a series of tubes.
Yeah. Do you ever find out what the anomaly was?
This one gave me access to new tech.
Oh.
Open.
That wasn't so bad.
Yeah. Come on, build this landing pad, because my rocket's at 40%.
Is that the one with people on them?
No.
When are the people getting here?
I haven't sent them yet.
Oh, I thought
No.
just gameplay mechanic wise, I would assume it was like a timer you got to beat.
No, you get to pick it.
Without some space stuff goes, I was almost assuming like it was just en route already when you started, and you gotta hurry up and make a base ready for them, or they're all gonna die.
I don't know if there's like a timer or anything. Power production is 20.
Do you think there's even a lose condition? I guess all the people dying would probably be a lose condition.
Yeah, but you know, maybe stores.
You might get defunded if all the humans die.
I can make batteries. That's an interesting prospect. Build a battery. Hey, I've got a landing site. Dedicated landing site that protects nearby buildings and vehicles from dust during rocket landings and takeoff.
The build a battery workshop.
Build a battery. All right, we're gonna send the people rocket because
that dome's not actually done, right?
No. It's
it's not. That's not the color of the glass.
It needs
that's
more
in
concrete
blueprint mode.
Yeah.
Soon there will be a dome.
Needs concrete, and then we could add residents.
Be in it, and then you can pop the dome.
Yeah.
And watch this the whole time.
I mean, that's what we do on this channel, right?
It's like when you delete the ladder in a swimming pool. In The Sims. A thing I've never done.
Never?
No,
never.
I've never played The Sims.
Oh, okay.
That's not true. I played the 360 version a bit of like Sims 3, I want to say. I played it for like a day. And I was just kind of aimlessly meandering in it. And I was like, I don't get it?
Alright, which, let's see. We're going to rename them to Terminal Velocity.
Terminal Velocity? I was going to say.
Come on.
It's not hitting. Is it okay?
It won't let me.
Why?
I don't know.
Did you make it too long?
Splat.
Splat. No?
No.
It's not the name.
It's just broken.
Alrighty. Maybe it works now. Cool.
Nope. That's great. Okay.
Well, let's go get Vasil Yankov.
Yeah, who do you want on this? I mean, it assigned us some things.
You should just get 12 geologists. I mean, it worked for the guy. It worked for that guy. Oh, I know he's a botanist.
A botanist.
Shit,
we do have a
guy,
botanist.
I forgot the guy on the Martian was a botanist, not a geologist. The geologist was on the fucking ship, like all the people who were supposed to be to live.
We're gonna take them. Launch any. There are 12, but there's space for 0 residents in the colony.
Do it.
We'll get there in time.
Yeah, we got this.
And they're coming in 2%.
This is gonna take a while.
Yeah, it is. Concrete. And this could go horribly wrong. And then
we were like, let's knock out some let's tries, and we specifically chose all the games that take the longest to
we
do
did
a video on. That's when you gotta click the double fast forward button. And just commit to it. Fly by the seat of your pants and just hope things work out.
Must be placed under a functioning dome.
Complete.
So you have to wait for the dome to be done, which it just is.
Yeah. So that'll hold 12 people.
There you go. Is it exactly 12?
Due to lack of colonists. It does have oxygen, it does have water. So how do we... Dome services, spacebar, electronics store, grocer.
They probably need food to not be dead.
How do we grow food for them?
That's a good question. You should figure that out in the next 12 days or whatever.
Soil adaptation.
Did it say how long it take them for them to arrive?
Hydroponic farm. You can build this in the dome. Oh, here's our supply ship.
Oh.
I'm gonna land this one further away because, well, things and stuff.
Because you're running out of space.
I have...
Can you get rid of the existing ships? Like, does that one serve a purpose anymore?
This one? Yeah, so once I have fuel, I can launch it back to Earth and resupply with it.
Damn, reusable rockets. It's just like Elon Musk always dreamed of.
Yeah. So now I have some Stirling generators again, right? So I can add more power.
Ethan Mark from Space Y.
Yeah. Ethan Mark. There's no life support.
No copyright intended. That was always the weirdest thing to see written on like mid-2000s YouTube videos and stuff. They would always be like, no copyright intended. I'm like, that's not how copyright works, even a little bit. But it's adorable.
How do we life support?
You better figure that out.
Building's not working. Right, because there's no people.
Because, yeah, there's no people to work on things.
That's fine. This guy's off doing his thing. That thing is on its way, so you know, that's great. Electronics factory.
You can do it.
Machine parts.
Allegedly.
Fuel refinery, there we go. I'm interested in this.
Didn't you order one of those?
I did. That's why it's here.
That's when you ordered? So,
yeah.
So you don't have to build it just because it's going to plop?
Yeah, they're going to plop it. Plop it good. I don't know if there's a benefit to putting these things near each other.
Refinery that you wanted badly half an hour ago.
I'm just gonna assume that I have to do that. I built residences. I did it.
Is that a landing strip that all those pipes are going around?
Yeah.
How's that one work separately from the other ones? Like, is it necessary?
So this is supposed to protect everything around it during takeoff and landing. But so I figured I'd put it there specifically for the people.
Ah. But since you can't make them take off again, you're not using it for the other things to land on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they're stuck.
They're stuck for now-ish. Do I care about anything else in there? Life support systems? Not really.
You scan sector H4.
I want another living complex. Oh, the people are almost here. Terminal velocity is almost here.
99%.
12 passengers.
Yeah!
And it's bringing food.
Let's see how long they live.
Good luck, everybody.
Resources are low.
Low.
It's a much shorter trip to Earth from Earth than I thought for this game. Doesn't it take like months to get to Mars?
I don't know.
In reality?
Presumably.
In modern day tech day, your
A
game
new beginning.
is flashing red at you like you're in trouble.
It's doing that a lot.
Yeah,
Hey, look, people are entering the place.
they're running for it.
Transportation.
They forgot their helmets, so like they can't breathe on the way there. They just have to run for it.
Yay!
Yeah, they're all moving slower now they're inside. They were really running for it.
They were booking it.
Yeah. This Mars is scary. There's space up there. A nursery?
School, research lab. No.
There's no children
You
yet, right?
you guys are here to work.
Yeah, no kids allowed.
You're part of my electronics factory crew.
Yeah. Congratulations, you're all gonna craft Xboxes.
Building's not working because I don't have water hooked up to it. That's oxygen. That's water. We'll just mix them into one pipe, right?
Sure. You can mix fuel and air and water and food paste into one pipe. And then you can send the poop back out to the same pipe.
Building's not working because it requires people. Yeah. Well, we have people in this dome, and we're starting the fuel refinery. I call this comfort. They want a diner.
The houses look weird. Like they're going for like a vaguely like a modernist appearance or something, and they're like a weird semicircle, but it just looks like a trailer park. Like space trailers.
Space trailers in space. You guys are trapped in this dome.
Meanwhile, that building's like seven floors
I'm also
tall.
at -2 power.
That's fine.
Yeah. I have more Stirling generators. Let's just get them running, shall we? Doot. Doot.
They built buildings tall in that dome.
Soil adaptation, so we can grow food.
All right.
Well, we got people.
Yeah.
I'll call that a success.
Yeah.
And they haven't died immediately.
Yeah.
I do have...
You successfully had a base for them to arrive in.
Yeah. That was actually less painful than anticipated.
And so the true surviving Mars experience begins.
Indeed. I think that's a pretty
Nothing
good place
foreboding at all about the fact that everything you achieved so far is of roughly equivalent size to a crater just next to it forever.
Yeah, just right there.
Just one bad impact.
Sectors
Sure that won't happen.
New anomalies found. I think next time, if there is a next time, I'll just land all the rockets right around the dome and see if I can launch them all at the same time without landing pads.
Just to see what happens.
Yeah.
Just to see if the dome just explodes, ruptures.
Like, can I do something catastrophic here? I can.
You can turn off the dome? Did you just turn off the
I
entire
turned off
dome?
the dome.
Oh. Oh no, they need O2. They came all the way here expecting O2, and that was
Suffocation,
That was
view
their
message.
message.
Suffocate.
They don't look like they're suffocating in that picture.
That's troubling. Milestone achieved. First human on Mars. Will I get a milestone for people dying?
They're about to be the last human on Mars. Suffocation, no breathing.
How are they doing? Their health is 100.
You've officially reached the end of the video. Die.
Die. Congratulations on surviving this far. This guy works at the diner.
It worked. Oh.
Oh.
Just the no HUD slow walk around sad moment of him dying.
But their healths are all still really good.
Yeah, apparently it takes a while for a dome to drown out. You should just go fast forward more.
Oh yeah, here we go.
There we go. Now they'll die. He's only
Colonists
at
have
60%
several
lightning
basic
bolt brain.
stats. No functional residence.
Yeah. Sanity. That's
Dehydrated,
sanity?
freezing, suffocating.
The freezing is worse than the suffocating. You didn't even do that on purpose.
No, the freezing is just because the dome's not functional.
Yeah. Now they're dehydrated. Oh no. And frozen and suffocating.
Oh my!
What's the stars?
Comfort.
Oh yeah, they'd be pretty uncomfortable right about now. How are they not dying? Is the heart their health meter?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. Literally called health. Well, they're well rested and suffocating.
And whole days have passed.
They're well rested. I mean, it's a lot of
I can't live like this. -10.
-10 comfort. I will literally die, dude.
Sector scanned.
You do not understand the gravity of the situation, man.
I mean,
The gravity.
did they go like in their buildings? They did.
Are they getting air in there?
You're not allowed to have air. Air is for good colonists. They just
it's
don't
like,
die.
It's like how they're. I like how they're. Oh, one dead colonist.
Oh, we did it.
I like that sidebar that's like that's informing you like you're not a person and don't understand these things. It's like this colonist is suffocating and needs oxygen to survive.
Christopher
in case you didn't
Charles has
understand
died. Cause suffocating. Hint: each time a colonist dies from a non-natural death, 2 applicants leave the pool.
Oh,
Thank you, fellow colonists. Hypothermia.
Are suffering.
That's troubling.
what a glib little response they let you have.
Well, it took long enough for the first death.
Yeah,
I think it's probably
that's the punishment system, and that's how you might actually lose.
there and back.
Is
again.
that if you run out of if you keep letting colonists die, you lose 2 applicants, and if you run out of applicants, it might just get shut down. Rocket launch failed.
I think the issue is software.
Launch the rocket, repair it back on Earth. We may lose the rocket. Well, that would be fun.
There. We launched a rocket.
Oh no, you broke all the local drones.
They're fine.
Every single one has to be manually repaired.
I only have 3 dead colonists.
Yeah, they're taking a while. Turns out the human body can survive a pretty long time without air.
Mental breakdown. A mission in jeopardy.
Is that the mission? The entire mission?
It's nice that they don't just keel over immediately because
that would be devastating.
Yeah, if you like lost power to your dome or something and you couldn't get it
that would
fixed.
be like, I hope you've been quick saving moment.
Yeah. It's an interesting game. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll play some more of it before
I like
this
the
free
terrain.
weekend's over. Yeah.
I like looking at the terrain.
And I'm sure we landed in a mostly flat area. I bet there's
Yeah.
lots more interesting stuff.
Well, that's
All right.
Surviving Mars.
Surviving
we
Mars.
didn't.
We didn't do it. Well, we did it, and then we
intentionally didn't do it.
Yeah. All right. This was fun.
Somebody game was like Surviving Mars ? And we were like, or not.
Or not.
Period.
Let's see what we can do to force it not.
Mental breakdown. A colonist just snapped.
That's troubling.
Colonist deaths.
The recent colonist deaths are worrisome.
Be ignored.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anomaly found.
A sector was scanned, though.
Yeah.
I want this to be a fully...
Did they find colonists there? I don't think they did they?
No colonists present.
Nope.
All right.